Well, the government's so big, nobody could keep track of it. But I've been doing this for 50 years, trying to, and barely got it down yet. But what I noticed now with the layoffs that the government is doing, which are cruelty, the way they're doing it. But when one government office, stops you from getting money, man, there's dozens, even hundreds of other government offices that are there to give you money. The government gives out an average of $18,000 every year to an average of $18,000 to every adult in the United States. And that ain't going to go away. So how do you find out how to use some of that, if you just lost a job with the government? Well, the first thing that I would do is look at an website called findhelp.org. First of all, what's wrong to do is go to Google. Google has everything in Google is there to make money for somebody. So all the websites you see there, they want to get money from you. Now the websites I'm going to give you want to give money to you, not get money from you. And here's a good one to start for almost anything. It's called findhelp.org. The people that give you money in this country are websites that end in org or gov. Everybody else wants to get money from you. So no matter how nice they pretend to be, they're there to pick your pocket. So if you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and like here, I put in the zip code, and where I live, well, in Washington, D.C., there's 75 programs that help people to pay rent. 75, not just one or two or something like that. No, 75. And they're all for different categories and things like that. And the best way to use this is not to just look for something to apply. No, you start calling. You call these people just like you're looking for a job. Hey, are you hiring today? Or hey, am I eligible for your money? And if they say no, then you say, hey, where else do you suggest I go? They're the best ones to talk to about who else maybe has something for you. And then if it's all 0, you go to the next one. You have so many places to go. Or if you can't pay utilities, look here's 113 organizations that help you pay utilities. 113. That's right. And you'll never find them in Google because you'll put utility grants or something like that, and you'll get 200 million. They're in there, but where are you going to find those 113? That's why this is wonderful. And then another important one now is job training. You can go to the job training, you put job training in there, and in the zip code that I'm in, it's 347 organizations that help with job training. That's how to get a better paying job. I mean, there's grant money now to almost train for anything, whether it's a couple months for something or a couple of years, or even you can make a decent living while you're training for a big job. And a lot of this doesn't even require a degree. So make sure you, and again, it's calling people. Now, here's another website I like. This is called Single Mother Guide. Now, you're not a mother, you're not single, whatever you are, it doesn't matter. But what they have is wonderful because it shows you state by state of all the basic programs. See, every state has about, 6, 7, 8, 9 basic programs. And you have to go to different offices and all screwed up. But they put it all in one place, so you just go down, look at your state, whether it's Georgia or Florida or Washington, and it has all the programs there for you to apply. And most of those add up to about $8, $9, $10,000 a month. That's right, if you're eligible for all those programs. Okay, what's next? Okay, here, this is something in Howard County, a local county in Maryland. They're having special seminars for people out of work to learn how to start their own business. And they have money programs, you get free technology help, anything you need to start a business, legal help, tax counseling, anything, and it's all free. Don't go to Google. You're going to get somebody who's going to charge you a couple $100 an hour to do that thing. No, get it for free because they do. Or look at what states are hiring people. See, there's a lot of vacancies at state government. Okay, well, the state government's like here, New York City's advertising. They're advertising. The governor of New York advertising for you to apply for state government jobs. That's right. So you work for government, like work for government, go to your state, your county, all these things, because they're hurting for people. So here's actually New York, the governor is doing commercials. She's putting commercials, begging people who lost their federal job to apply for them. Here, and don't forget training. Training is very good in this country right now. The last couple of administrations have poured a lot of money in this that they don't advertise. Nobody knows. Now, this is typical what's in every program. You could get and it's usually your Office of Community, Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity. But just go to your state government and they find there. You could also call 211 or 311 and say, hey, I need help for this, that, or the other thing. It's better to go to findhelp.org and look that way. But that's another way if you want, if you're a little lazier. But it's better to find the listing and call more people. Okay, here's what they have. Short-term pre-vocational skills, out-of-area job search. Hey, I want to move somewhere else. I'll help you find a job in somewhere else. You get out of this country. Relocation assistance. How would you know that? How would you know that the government wants to give you money to relocate? Internship and work experience. And then they have training programs, occupational skills, on-the-job training, and the government pays for this. In other words, you don't have training for a job that you want to get. The government will pay the employer money to train you. That's right. The government will pay your salary while you're learning that job. Work training with related instruction, registered apprentice, and pre-apprentice programs are great because they'll pay you like $50,000 a year to learn a skill, even without a degree, to get a $100,000 a year job. Incumbent workers program, skill upgrading and retraining, entrepreneur training. See, they're even training their adult education. So that's your State Department of Labor. How do you find them? You go to careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org, and they will help you make an appointment. You got to make an appointment. You can't read the government stuff and expect to understand it. No, this is government, right? So you got to talk to the people. And the bureaucrats, they're nice because they're waiting to help you. They're not going to get money from you. So that's the trouble. When you work with government officials, you have to remember, be nice, because they're not, not like everybody else on Google will be nice to you because they want to get money from you. These people already got their money. They're not going to get money from you. So you have to want them to help you by being nice. Okay, that's what it's all about. What do we got here? American right, throwing lifelines to federal workers. Yes, this is where Maryland and New York are two big states that are really trying to help hire a lot of federal out-of-work people. So here's a bill in Maryland they have for laid-off federal workers. Here's what they're doing. They're going to pay your rent. Now, the bill isn't passed yet, but it looks like a good possibility because they're very friendly to them. And so they not only have money to pay rent, but they have money for you to sue the government because they fired you illegally. See, the state cannot sue the federal government. But what this state is doing is giving you grant money so you hire a lawyer to fire the government because they screwed you over. And it looks like that's what they've been doing, right? So now you have free legal help. By the way, if you need free legal help for anything, go back to findhelp.org and put in, there's a tab here for legal, okay? You need free legal help somewhere? Okay, legal help. 269 organizations, they give you free legal help. How do you like that? 269. Don't go to Google because you're going to get somebody calls you $500 an hour, especially in the Washington area. So from here, everything, education, work, healthcare, you got to take care of people. It shows you all the programs for care, money. Look at 690 organizations that give out emergency financial assistance. 690 financial assistance just in one zip code. Healthcare, all kinds of healthcare problems. A lot of good healthcare. It's all free. If you know where to go, you got to know where to go. And that's what I love, is telling people where to go. So I hope this helps. I've been studying this 50 years, and it's great because I know it helps people. And the rich people use the hell out of it, and the rest of us don't know about it. So get out there and get your tax dollars back, right? Even though they took your salary away.